They missed my MIT graduation ceremony. 5 years later, I walked into the event they cared about the most. As a founder and the guest of honor, I didn't say a single word. The applause spoke for me. My mother's smile froze midair, and my father dropped his glass. Turns out the daughter they abandoned had become someone successful enough to make them choke on regret. As I entered the hall, my sister blocked my way. Her gown reflected light so sharp it stung the eyes. "What are you doing here?" "It says family only." I received an invitation. She looked me up and down like judging an item that didn't belong. Must have been sent by mistake. I didn't answer. I walked toward the check-in desk. The crystal chandelier above me was blinding. For a second, it felt like all those years again, when every spotlight shined on a stage they never cared to see. My mother was chatting and smiling at guests. The moment she saw me, her smile froze. "What are you doing here?" I placed the envelope on the check-in table. "You sent it." My father fixed his cufflinks, eyes sliding right past me. "This is not the time to throw a tantrum." "I'm not throwing anything. I just showed up." My sister deliberately raised her voice so everyone nearby could hear. "Don't tell me you're still holding a grudge over that graduation?" I looked at her calmly. It wasn't just a graduation. It was the culmination of 7 years of work. A wedding happens once. You can take graduation photos anytime. Then go find me a substitute MIT commencement. The air froze. My father muttered, low and threatening, "Don't ruin your sister's engagement party." "I'm not ruining anything. You were the ones who didn't show up." My sister's grip tightened on her champagne flute, her fingers turning white. "We just didn't think you were important enough to fly across the world for." My mother clicked her tongue. "Don't make it sound so harsh. She's just overly sensitive." I looked at the three of them. "I'm not sensitive. I just refuse to lie for you anymore." My graduation day stabbed into my memory like a falling blade. I stood on that stage, scanning the crowd. That empty space felt like humiliation made visible. Other parents cried, waved cameras, shouted names. I smiled stiffly at the photographer, like a celebration photo for an audience that didn't exist. After the ceremony, I sent a picture in the family group chat. "I graduated." A reply popped up immediately. Not from them congratulating me, but a photo of my sister. She held up a champagne glass, posing with a diamond ring and a cake.
Come celebrate?
No one replied to my message. Not a single congratulations. That night, I deleted their contacts, moved out of my dorm, and buried myself in the lab, surviving 3 months on scholarships and grant funds no one knew about. I worked like I was racing against something. I wasn't trying to make them regret. I just wanted to leave their world. Someone handed me a drink. "Want one? You look not thrilled." I turned. A young man stood there, sharp suit, steady eyes. "No, thank you." I shook my head. "I know who you are. First place at Silicon Valley Demo Day." "Didn't expect to see you here," I replied. "My family is hosting this event," he smiled. "So technically, I'm one of your hosts tonight." I blinked. He extended his hand. "Welcome back. The spotlight looks better on you than anyone else here." For the first time, I realized not everyone was like my family. Some people saw me simply because I was worth seeing. The lights swung toward me again. The host raised the microphone, looking straight at me. "Tonight's special guest is the youngest winner of the U.S. AI Innovation Award and the cover star of Business Innovators. Please welcome." All spotlights converged on me. My sister's hand trembled, champagne spilling onto her gown. "You're..." My father's cufflink slipped from his fingers, hitting the floor. "That's impossible." My mother's lips shook. When did you become that kind of person? I walked onto the stage, took the microphone. Some say family is support, a backbone, but sometimes family is silence.
Absence.
Faces in the audience shifted: shock, disbelief, shame. Someone once told me, if you're worth celebrating, we'll show up. I realized later, even if they don't show up, I can still become someone worth celebrating. Not a breath in the room. Thank you to those who were absent. Even without applause, I learned how to perform. I set down the microphone. Applause exploded like a wave behind me. As I stepped off the stage, my father blocked my way. You humiliated us. Are you satisfied? I didn't humiliate. I stated facts. My sister rushed over, voice cracking. What right do you have to speak here? You're stealing my spotlight. I pulled documents from my bag and handed them to her. These are my scholarship and grant records. Not a single cent of my education came from you. She flipped through the pages. Disbursement awarded. One after another. Her face drained of color. You prepared this just to embarrass us? No. To stop you from claiming you paid for my education. My father snatched the papers. You think we care about this? I looked at him. My tone weighed nothing. You care about your image, not me. My mother grabbed my wrist, voice shaking. We can start over. We're willing to change. I pulled my hand back. I don't need you to change. My sister snapped, voice cracking like breaking glass. Then what do you want? An apology? Should we kneel? People around us turned to stare, whispering. I met their eyes, steady and calm. What I wanted was never your apology. What I wanted was your presence. They went silent. I pulled out one last envelope and set it on the table. There's a photo in here. I used to keep it in my wallet because I thought it meant family. I'm returning it. My mother's voice trembled. We're afraid of losing you. I stepped away. You're not afraid of losing me. You're afraid of losing control. Cool night air hit my face as I pushed open the doors. My phone buzzed. A message from my mother. We can talk. Just come back. Please. I hit delete.
No hesitaste.
I walked into the night. The darkness stretched out before me like an open road. They were finally afraid. And I was finally free.